Welcome back to my channel, you guys. It's me, CMC News, aka Candace, here to give you yet again another recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So if you're new here to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I love hearing what you have to say and any feedback you have on the commentary I give. So I did miss episode 17 last week, and I was doing so well with my recaps. I thought getting them out there quickly and, in order, but life got the best of me. But I am here to do a small recap of the tail end of episode 17, and then we're just gonna dive right into episode 18 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We are almost there. We are almost done with this season. It has been a whirlwind. So much has happened on and off the camera. I think it's been a good season. Jennifer Lawrence thinks it was boring. Honey, I don't think it was boring. And I think she should take Erika up on her offer to come and rumble with them and see how she does on the show. She's got a lot to say. I love J-Law though. No shade. So with that said, let's get started. So we are still in Aspen on episode 17. We are coming off the night of Sutton being bullied by Diana and the other girls just saying nothing. The ladies are going skiing and bobsledding, I think it is. And a big topic this episode was an article that came out still about the earrings that Erika Jayne owns that was purchased with Girardi Keith's funds from the law firm that her husband Tom was partner in. And those earrings at the time I think were worth like $750. Now they've been valued at 1.9 or $1.5 million for these pair of earrings. And we know that those funds were coming from the victims or the victims' families that are owed from the Lion Air crash, I believe, and maybe some other lawsuits that he won for these people and these big settlements. And he used this fund, and it was proven that he used the money to buy these earrings, amongst other things. Okay, so that's the big topic this whole episode 17. They go to dinner after going bobsledding and skiing. Half the girls go skiing, and then basically the B team, and Erika joins them, so that's Sutton, Garcelle, and Cherie actually go sledding. Erika joins them, and they have a nice time. They go to dinner at this restaurant in Aspen, and Erika even tells Garcelle, hey, I had a nice time with you today. Like, I enjoyed it. Garcelle also says, yeah, it was nice. Sorry, I have like a little something sticking over here. So Garcelle they enjoyed their company. But, Erika starts talking about bags and different things and all these like her Bottega clutch and like something about some crocodile stitch bags that she has, and they all kind of start talking about their nice things. And for somebody whose husband defrauded and we don't know where all the money went, you sure are talking about all your like really nice things. Like, you need to be quiet, like, because that's where the money is, clearly. So Garcelle asked her straight up, so what does $750,000 earrings look like? Erika's like, 1.5. And, they get into discussion about that. And Garcelle's like, don't you think you should just give them up? And Erika's like, well, I'm going to do what's right under the law. Why would I do that? No, hold on. Why would I give them up? Garcelle's trying to reason with her, like, well, I don't know. Maybe because your man bought you stolen, like, earrings. Like, do you really want that? Like, this is literally, like, blood money jewelry. Like, why do you want this on your body? Like, why do you want these things? Like, I understand, maybe keeping your wedding ring or a couple things that are sentimental, but you really, for sure these were bought with this money. Like, give them up. And Erika's like, look, I'm going to be doing what I have to do by the law. Am I the one who represented them? Am I the one who wrote those checks? No, I'm going to do what I have to do for the law. Garcelle's like, well, why wouldn't you just give them back though? As Erika Jayne, why would you not just give them back? Let's pay the victims. It's saying you have compassion, you have a heart. Erika's not trying to hear it. And in that moment, Garcelle's like, okay, I'm good on her. Like, I'm not going to give her a warning that I'm actually talking about this on The Real next week. So we move on. Another fun thing, Kathy has like this silk purse bag thing that they kind of troll her about. But we know Kathy Hilton has many purses and many fancy things, and she didn't care. She didn't want to, in a way, it was like she didn't want to bring any of her fancy things to Aspen. And I think after some of these huge celebrities have been robbed by flashing like their wealth on Instagram and social media, which they should have a right to post what they want. But I think Kathy's like, I'm not traveling with that stuff. It wasn't important for her to bring a big old fancy purse, okay? They all go back to Kyle's. They're changing into comfy clothes. Garcelle gives Rinna something she can wear. They're making drinks. Rinna's handing out goodies, edible goodies, if you catch my drift, for the girls to try. And they're all just kind of winding down, like having a good time, having a nightcap. You know, they know they're not going to be at Kyle's all night, but they're not at Kyle's. They're at the big house. They're at Sutton, in the rental house that they're staying at. So, because that house is obviously more spacious and has games and different things. And I think they intended to maybe have a little fun. Well, Kathy, she breaks out her tequila because the ladies are sitting down and they're kind of just, it's a moment. She sees a moment where she can, do her shtick. And she's like, ladies, so as you know, I know all of you love tequila. And I'm an investor in this tequila. And I usually hate tequila. I think it's gross. But this one's good. It's been aged for 90 years in a barrel, and I'm an investor, and so is my daughter Nikki and her husband. And so she's like advertising her Casa del Sol. And I'll tell you a quick little anecdote. I was at a bachelorette party over the weekend, and they had a bottle of it, and I was like, oh my God, Kathy, I have your back. I actually did not taste it, though. I didn't have any liquor. I drank, but I didn't drink any liquor. I was like, you know what? I need to be cool, so I stuck with seltzers. But I didn't have one tequila shot, even though I pretended like I did. But so she had her tequila. She's like, every other tequila is gross. And the ladies are just kind of listening. And freaking Kyle is over there making like weird noises while her sister is talking. And even Rinna's like, Kyle, come on, Kathy's talking. And Kathy kind of just wraps it up. And it was kind of disrespectful. I mean, she's just trying to shill her product like the ladies do. But I will say they did a couple flashbacks, and I honestly, maybe I missed it when she even was saying, hey, this is my tequila. I don't recall her even talking about this tequila before until this episode. And when they did flashback, I was like, oh yeah, they did do shots of it. She's talked about this tequila many times. So I think they're just kind of like, all right, here goes Kathy with her tequila again, Could they have been a little bit more gracious in that moment? Yes, but there's editing. Who knows how it really went down. Then we go over to the bar area, and we've got Garcelle, Crystal, Diana, and Dorit, and they're discussing the dinner that they just had. And Garcelle's all, Erika brought up the earring thing. Well, actually, Garcelle, I think you brought it up, but maybe she did bring it up, and maybe just editing, it looked like you asked about it. But to me, it looked like you brought up the earrings. And Garcelle tells him, you know what? She was very forthcoming. She was very honest about her stance. She's going to do things the legal way. And she's like, you know what? Let's get Erika over here. So she's like, Erika, can you come over here? And Erika's like, why? Like, what do y'all want? She's like, look, I don't want to talk behind your back. Get on over here. So Erika comes over, and, she's like, I was telling the ladies that, all the information that was coming out about the earrings and that you're not giving them up. And Erika's like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything that's not outside the law until a judge declares that. And that's that. And Crystal's like, well, I would give the earrings up because it's the right thing to do. And Garcelle's like, you're not showing any compassion. And she's like, Erika's like, why do you think I don't have compassion? Like, I've said I felt sorry for these people. Like, why do you think I don't have compassion? Why? Because I'm not crying? Because I'm not, And so she's getting defensive. And Garcelle's like, I think you could say more, you could do more, and you don't want to look guilty, because if you admit how sorry you feel for these people or how terrible this is, what Tom did, you think that's like admitting your guilt. Crystal's like, this is about making people whole. And Erika's like, there's a place to make people whole, and it's in the court of law, not the court of public opinion. And Crystal's like, this isn't about public opinion. This is about me. She goes, we're not talking about public opinion. I don't care. She goes, yes, you are. You're not letting the legal aspect pay off. Yes, you are. And she was so aggressive. Crystal kept her cool, because I would have been like, girl, who are you yelling at? Like, calm down. Like, first of all, calm down. Like, calm down. Erika's yelling at her. She's like, you don't have the facts. I mean, she is challenging Crystal. She's like, state the facts. Oh, I owe it. What? Cite it. Come on. excited. Come on. She's like baiting her. She's like, come on, tough guy. Oh, you got the answers? Oh, you think, she is ready to go. And, Erika's like, I'm not saying I don't have feelings for potential victims. She's saying she straight up said, I don't give a about anyone but me. Whew. It was a lot. Kyle pipes in and she's like, Erika, this isn't just about law. This is about victims. Erika tells her, this is about Girardi Keys. They've defrauded. I didn't write checks. I didn't work for them. I didn't do this. I didn't know anything. 15 years ago, you think I knew that these earrings came from these people? Kyle's like, straight up, listen, while we're figuring that out and we're going through the legal process, somebody just came in my house, sorry. My husband, while we're going through the legal process, you have to have some empathy. And they just feel like Erika doesn't have the empathy, okay? And Erika tells her straight up, the only person you should be concerned about is me. So Kyle and Erika, they start to get into it. Kyle is begging her to show some empathy. It's almost like she's feeding her the lines, like, Erika, like, but don't you feel this or don't you think that? And Erika's like, no, it's not my victims. It's not my problem. It's not. I mean, she doubles down on it. She is not budging. And Kyle's like, I'm trying to help you here. You're a victim too. Erika cuts her off. She's like, I'm not a victim. I have a wife who's been left in the ruins, which is not a lie. It really isn't a lie. And Rinna goes in and, they're seeing that Erika is spiraling. Dorit tries to tell her to take a breath. Erika's like, I don't need to take a breath. And Rinna goes in and she like literally removes Erika. She's like, come on, we're going to go. We're going to leave. We're going. She's like packing up her stuff, being a really good friend. Actually, I'll have to say, I actually enjoyed Rinna this episode. She knows her friend is unraveling. They are on national TV and her friend might say some more things that maybe incriminates her, maybe just continues to make her look like a POS, person who just is completely heartless. And she gets her together and she gets her to leave. And Erika is walking out, and she's had it, okay? She's still dressed in her dress and she's walking out. She's like, I'm not caving. And she's like walking with her chest pumped out because people think I should feel some way. And she's like talking shit the whole way out. She's like, you bitches and you, she's going for it. She's like, get all the facts, you hoes, and just like all this stuff. And she's like, you stupid bitches. And Erika was mad. And the ladies are just left like, what just happened? Crystal got cursed out. Kyle, out of nowhere, finds a voice and steps up to her. And it was just a moment. And it was a lot. And it was a lot. And at the end of the day, I have to just say that I feel like Erika made some points. She made some points in the sense of, yes, let's just say she's completely innocent, okay? Like I didn't recap last season, so as far as what I think about Erika and what she knows, I kind of want to liken it to maybe like a mob wife or something who kind of knows their husband's connected, but they don't ask, don't tell, keep them completely out of it. Some things you have might roll off a truck or whatever, but you take care of the house, you mind your business, and you know your place in that lifestyle. I feel like he's winning these lawsuits. He's this power lawyer. It checks. Everyone bows to him. It checks out. But the money part, Tom was an older gentleman. I think he kept her separate from that. I don't know about like him really not, she didn't go in the bank and all those things. Do I think she knew literally like, oh, this money came from their portion, not the portion that I am owed as their lawyer, my 33.5%, but this is literally from them. I don't know. Could she be more diplomatic? Absolutely. The girl seems to lack empathy, but I kind of get it that she is in for the fight. I mean, they are trying to pin all of this on her because Tom's got amnesia, literally. Like he's got, Alzheimer's, and I don't mean to be flippant, but like he's declared like that he can't even, you know, he's out of it. So it's all falling on her. So yeah, I think she is in like animal fight or flight stage, because she is at a point where she has to fight for her, like this is literally her life. And so she's going into a situation where for a whole last season she is answering these questions, and she is being badgered. She's being badgered in the public, she's being badgered by this group of women. I don't think she feels safe to show her emotions. Only emotion she wants to show is anger. I think it would go a long way if she acted remorseful. Act like you have some compassion. She says the words, I do feel sorry for the victims. I feel sorry for the potential victims. You know, that's shady. Potential? No, the victims. I feel sorry for the people involved in this. I can't believe I was married to somebody who did this. I am gobsmacked. I cannot believe that this happened. You know, like I am also, I'm not a victim in that way, but I am so confused. As far as giving back her things, you know, I don't think she should give it back everything, because she has to have a way to live, right? But yeah, things that are proven, like this was bought by that. Give those earrings back. You get some bigger, better earrings. It's just material. It can be replaced. These people who lost their lives are gone. This is for their families. You don't think their families would rather have them than the little funky money from your diamonds? You still have your life. Even your defrauded husband, you could still go visit him in his home. These people do not have their loved ones. Erika, where is your compassion? They are begging her to show that, and she won't. And I agree with Garcelle that the woman is afraid to show it. She doesn't want to look guilty. She doesn't want to. And it's unfortunate that she won't show more of her softer side, because if she has one, she may not have one. This might be it. We might just see it, spurts of anger when she's crying. She may not show it. We may not ever get it. I don't know. So a few things though, I think it's interesting that of all the things that have happened, all the people who've been yelled at and everything, Kyle is piping up to defend these victims, when it's like, you know, they could have said something last year, they didn't do it. I don't know. So I think there's a lot there. So I am actually, let's see, I'm going to end this because there's a lot of background noise. My family just got home. I'm going to end this small recap of the ending of episode 17, and then I will pick back up in a few minutes with episode 18. Maybe I'll combine them. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But tell me what you think. I mean, to me, that was the big part of this episode, the huge blow up. Kyle finally saying something. Brenna conveniently getting her little friend out of there before her friend could say anything more incriminating. Being a good person, actually. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, but really give me some comments, because I really love the feedback. And I will be back shortly wearing the same thing to give the rest of the recap. This is my real life, guys. And thank you. I have 26 subscribers last time I checked. When I get to 50, that'll be my next goal. When I get to 50, I'm going to paint these dingy walls. So my husband agreed to paint them. So if you want to subscribe and you want to help me get some like paint and decor on these walls, 50 subscribers, that is my next goal. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.